Hey guys, what is up? It's Kareen Mills, host of the Mother Hustler podcast. I am here tonight, to give you some mommy fail report of the week. I've been talking about this in the last 24 hours in my Instagram story, but I want to get on here on live to just share with all the mother hustlers out there, because we do our very best to be the best mom that we can be. Hey BJ, hey Calpin, Jake, what's going on? Hi, thank you all for tuning in. Dina, hi Dina. So I want to report to you guys my mommy fail this week, and I call it the mother hustler fail, right? Because I think it's important to communicate that when you deal with it, because there's a lot of other mommies out there that we want to do the best and we want to try to be perfect, but we simply are not, and we're never going to be perfect. So here's my mommy fail report of the week. Yesterday was my youngest Taylor's parent-teacher conference. So it's always a 2-day parent-teacher conference. And yesterday they had no school, but my middle school had school. So long story short, I had actually attended a breakfast fundraising event yesterday. And we were already planning to be late to school because Taylor can only be in school by 8 o'clock, and the breakfast doesn't start until 8 o'clock. Just locally, probably 10 minutes down the road. So we were already planning on being late. So when I went and dropped off Taylor, there really wasn't anybody around. So, there's no gauge for me. So I dropped them off. I went to my first appointment after the breakfast yesterday at Battleground Healthcare. And I get this phone call from the school, and I'm thinking, it's probably not that important. They probably just are reporting him late, and I already know what's going on. And then shortly after, I get my husband's phone call and say, hey babe, you gotta go pick up Taylor because they have no school. And the old version of me, here's the thing. Hey Aisha, hey Justin. The old version of me in that situation would have been very sensitive because I made a mistake and I didn't read the email from maybe the communication from school, and I get frustrated and I cry in the car or do all these negative reaction. But the new version of me sat back and thought about it, and I just took a deep breath. The right deep breath, the one from your belly up out to the world, and then just release, right? So I took a deep breath, I calmed down. That's the number one tip when you are about to get into frustration mode because you're not being a perfect mom, right? This super mom myth, like my episode 23 guest said, Raquel Muller, that as a mom, we try to be this super mom, but we really are just regular people, and we're ordinary people doing a little extra, and that really what makes us extraordinary. So as soon as I calmed down, I drove to, I pretty much abandoned nicely my appointment, and I went to go grab Tay in the office. And everybody was happy. I went in the office and said, I'm here to fix my mom fail today. And everybody in the office was laughing and said, oh, it's okay. You could, I could tell you stories upon stories. And I think we need as moms to be less harsher on ourselves. And the thing I learned in my podcast journey, interviewing this amazing mother hustlers on my podcast, is that we're not alone. Like, if it can feel so isolated when you're a frustrated mother, and we can feel like we're the worst mom on planet Earth when we forget that our kid doesn't have a school and we drop them off and we get a call from school like I just did yesterday. But the thing that I learned from interviewing these mother hustlers, career women, moms, is that we all go through the same exact challenges. And knowing that that is happening not only to you and you're not alone, but also to other mothers out there is super empowering, you ladies. It's super empowering, you guys. And even the dads, I'm sure, have some, challenges, but obviously we women are really harsh on ourselves, and we have very different sets of challenges because we expect so much from ourselves. So I just want to communicate to you guys that the old version of me would have just been frustrated, crying because I wasn't a perfect mom that day. But the new version of me took a deep breath, stayed calm and collected. I went, nobody was crying. My son was happy and laughing about it. Nobody was hurt in the process, is all I'm saying. And so I did not allow that moment in my day. And it's important, and this is a lesson that I learned, and the lesson that I've been learning from the guests on my Mother Hustler podcast, that you cannot allow a small negative moment to affect your entire day. You simply can't. Hey Beth, hey Jet, because if I allowed it to affect my entire day, it was in the morning, remember, when you focus on something that frustrated you, it will just eat all your energy up, and it will affect not only yourself, but it affects every single person you have an interaction with. It affects how you perform as a mother after that moment, because that moment is now become a past, right? It's no longer gonna matter. It's the past. What matters is how you move forward. And so I did not allow that moment to affect me. I went later on to my ambassador quarterly meeting. I had so much fun. We drew on this wonderful pumpkins. I even posted it on here that we were so much engaged in this activity. It's a team building activity. Hey Karen, let me see what BJ said. There's no perfect mom. I can't see the rest. Good for you, learning to let go. Yeah, it's true. It's true, BJ. It's really, it's easier said than done, and I don't want to discount that part. And I want you all to know that, it's not that easy when your emotions come, but it's a practicing to control that emotion and saying, okay, that emotion is just a reaction, and this particular moment is passing through, and I no longer am going to get upset and mad about this moment, because it's as I'm talking by the second, it's passing and it's becoming a past. Now what am I going to do moving forward from here? So I just enjoy the rest of my day, and later on that day I've got a wonderful news from the local Vancouver Business Journal. I don't know if I could share it yet, but I will share it once I know if I could. It's just really empowering to know. And if you're not listening to the Mother Hustler podcast, I urge you to download it and plug in as a mom, because it's super empowering, guys, to really understand that you are not isolated, you are not alone, so you should not feel alone. If you go through these mommy guilts, you go through these, we call mom fail. It's a fun name for it, but for us, and go through your day without any mom guilt. Just having that control with your emotion is super important. So I just want to release that information to you, and hopefully that you learned something today. Hey Charles. Hey Danielle, how's it going, girl? I talk about my mommy fail, so make sure that you watch the replay, because I talk about how I dropped off Taylor, my youngest, when there's no school, and then I got a call from the school about 45 minutes later, luckily, the teachers were there doing parent conference, so he's not alone in school. And then I had my parent teacher conference today, which was amazing and wonderful. And yeah, don't let one negative moment or one negative event in your day or life affect the rest of your day and affect the rest of your life, because those moments are slowly passing and they become the past every second. And by the time you get to, you know, the good part of the day, then everything else will just be good, because your attitude is good, your energy is good, and you're not allowing it to affect you. So have a wonderful weekend, you guys. Whenever I have some mommy fail, I'm going to get on here and share it with you, because our life isn't perfect. No life is perfect. No motherhood is perfect. And we want to make sure that we are being honest about it, because we're not going to get it all together. Nobody has it all together. No matter what they post on social media, I don't care who you are, you don't have everything together. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you for tuning in. It's been about 10, 11 minutes, so I want to make sure that I don't lose you. So see you later. Have a great weekend. I love you all. Keep giving, keep serving, and never, ever, ever, ever stop loving. See ya.